Hello everyone, Tommy Girl with you once again for another episode of Let's Play Myst 3 Exile. In the last episode, we explored a lot of Voltaic, and now we're going to check out this under area that we just found by solving some puzzles, and check out what this thing is. I'm going to try to click. No. Let's try the button. Oh.
What's the matter, Agers? Can't remember how things work? Yet you explained this class so well when we first spoke of it in Orion. I want Cirrus and Achenar to learn everything they can, Saavedro. First from Amateria, Idana, Voltaic, and finally from Orion. When my boys come to see your people, I want them to see Orion's traditions at work, so they can see how civilization can balance an age. Do you know what they did when they finally came to us? You never came back. After class was over, you took your boys away, and you never came back. Cirrus and Achenar did.
Alright, well, that was Saavedro once again, and he had some things to say. Now, I can only assume that these little movie things were originally of Atris explaining the importance of these ages to his sons. So he probably taped it over to explain to us what we did wrong, apparently, with our parenting, or explain to Atris, I should say. He still doesn't know we're not Atris. But sounds like Saavedro expects Atris to be a little stuck. I mean, how would he know how we're doing? And it sounds like Saavedro wants to explain to us what his sons did when they got back to Narayan. And he sounds like he's mad at Atris because Atris never did return to Narayan to check up on things, which I can sort of understand. I mean, Atris does sound like he spends a lot of time in a lot of different ages, and I can understand Saavedro's anger at the fact that Atris never came back and checked, especially after what his sons ended up doing. But then again, we kind of know that Atris has been a little bit busy since his son wreaked havoc, although it's been quite a number of years since Atris' sons burned all the books, and he's been rebuilding the Dunny civilization, and I can see why Saavedro would be a little upset that Atris never came back and checked on them. Ooh, and the music showed up. Excellent. I'll explain more about the music as this age goes on, but it does build on itself, and it is by composer Jack Wall. This is one of his first games, and you might know him from games like Mass Effect 1 and 2. He did the soundtrack for that, and he's done a soundtrack for many different games. This was one of his first. So anyway, if you played Riven with us, you will recognize this is the Dunny number 1. So this is a piece of Dunny technology, kind of going with our questions about whether this age was already had all this technology in it, or this was built, by Atris, or by him writing this technology into the age. I would think, since this has the Dunny number 1, that perhaps this means that this technology was at least created by Atris or branded by Atris or something. Oh. This is odd. So it looks like we have some kind of circuits, kind of looks like. They connect somehow. Or it looks like they can connect here. We can't move these ones at the very top and bottom, but we can move these. Alright. So let's look around the rest of this room before we do anything. Looking at stuff, looking up. Got some lights on, so we've got some power going. I wonder if this is powered by the water wheel that we got going. Alright, number 2. Once again, more circuits. Okay. Number 3, we can assume there's more circuits there. Yep. Now, it's hard to tell with this. It looks like we're looking in a tiny window if you look, but actually, these aren't tiny circuits. This is actually, we're looking at a little window, but we're looking at the other side of the barrel shape. See how this is a barrel-shaped thing? What we do when we peek inside is we look at the end wall. So we're seeing these buttons, these are small buttons we can push, and then we're looking through a window, and on the other side, inside this barrel, are these big circuits. I'll show you a view where you can kind of see this. I don't think you can see the circuits before we solve this, but at some point I'll try to show you how big the circuits actually are, because it really misled me. It looks like we're looking at these tiny, like, I assume these were tiny little things, but it makes sense if we look at it that way. Alright, so you can kind of see those big circuits right there? See those? Those are the big circuits we're looking at when we look inside. So, so yeah, we're actually rotating really large things inside this barrel shape here. So, and as you can see, all these wires are coming all the way through here. And some of them are probably powering, say, like these lights in here. And it looks like this is going to power some things, if we can solve it, I would think. Because I assume this has to do with getting electricity going or something, since we're dealing with circuits. So let's try to solve it now, shall we? Alright, so logic states we've got these parts at the top and bottom that do not move. So let's try to match those up first. Because with these kind of things, circuits, you always want them to line up. You want the electricity going through them. So it makes sense to me that we try to get these lined up the best we can. Now, since we know we're moving these things inside a barrel, we know they're moving all the way around. So it looks like we have a few different windows we can look at the inside of this barrel-shaped thing. So here we've got this lined up here. Let's try to line up something this way. Now, there might be multiple ways we can line these up top and bottom, so this doesn't mean that we're just going to solve it immediately, but we can look through various windows and see if we're lined up across the board. Okay, these are lined up, and these are lined up. Alright, let's try to pick see if we can find a middle way that these can line up. There, that lines up, but nothing happened. So let's look at some of the other windows. Let's see how we're doing. Let's go the opposite way. Let's be rebels. We'll go to number 5, shall we? And as you can see, look, this isn't lined up here. The top and the bottom are still lined up, so that's good news for us. Let's try to turn this so it lines up with this one. Now with this puzzle, I feel like it's a lot of tedium. Oh, excellent. Wow. I was just talking about how tedious that puzzle was, but look at us solve that. I think that's definitely the fastest I've ever solved that puzzle. I usually go this way, and for some reason maybe going around in the number they're ordered makes it a little more challenging. But as you can see, look, the electricity has started, which means we're probably getting some power to other areas we weren't before. Excellent. I don't see anything else we can really do in here, so let's go back the way we came. Now, a puzzle like that, I don't know how difficult that would have been for Atris to solve, since I mean, it seems the same as what he had going before, so I don't know. But, I'm not sure how difficult all these puzzles would be, although, it's been many, many years. It probably, if I had to guess, I'd say it's been 20 years. Because Atris' sons were adults when we met him 10 years ago on Myst. So we know it's been at least 10 years, but Atris' sons were younger. So I would place them maybe 10 years younger than their adult selves, maybe even younger. It could have been even probably 30 years at most. I'd say 20 to 30 years if I had to guess. Now we can look at this light up thing here. Now we've got the water wheel here, the spinning room in the middle. This is doing the snake coil thing. We still don't know what that is. This shield-looking thing is probably that generator that we were messing around with. And once again, this is a symbol we don't know what it does, but this is the only thing that doesn't seem to be powered currently. So anyway, let's look at the rest of the age. We do know there's some things that weren't working earlier this direction, so maybe we can figure out some of those things there. Can we go through this door now? Nope. Must be another way to get through that. I like having the music here. It feels really nice. And oh, check this out. I missed this when we were walking by before. Oh, so it fills in. This fills in more of Saavedro's journal. As you look, see it's the same cover. So this is the section we didn't have. This is a section, at least, we didn't have before. So let's read that now. It is coming back to me, slowly. The knowledge of who I am. How long I have been trapped here. So much of it is blurry, whole blocks of time still floating in the fog that eats my mind. But if I concentrate, I get pieces of it back. It was the dream that first helped me remember. I was lying in the reeds near the tusk. I don't know for how long or how I get there. I am staring at the sky, seeing a man grow out of the cliff. First his head, then his shoulders, then his torso. Sunlight rims his body like a halo. I cannot move. I think that death has finally come for me. The man stands on the cliff with a book in his hand, staring down at the lagoon as if something made him sad. I wanted to call out to him, to tell him it was me he's come to find. But my mouth is dry. I can't remember any words. And before I think to stand, he opens his book. He puts his hand on the page, and it fades to dust. I thought he was a dream. It was only later, hours or weeks later, that I find his swirling book atop the cliff, and when I reach down to grab it, it is real. The fog tried to swallow me then and there, but I held on to the firm reality of the book and did not let it. I did not let the numbness steal my mind. All right. So Saavedro is leaving pieces of his journal around for us to find. Well, that's an interesting method. So he really wants us to learn his story and what happened, and I guess that's how one of the ways he's going to show us. Why else would these be scattered around, besides purposeful, something purposeful? But anyway, while we're walking over here, a little bit more about this music. It's actually not just like one track, it's many, many tracks that can trigger based on how far in the age and how many puzzles you've solved. So the game will pick certain tracks based on how far you are, and it's not always even the same tracks that layer over each other. It's somewhat randomly generated. So you get this sort of sense of progression with the music. And you can even turn up or turn down the amount of music the game triggers in the gameplay section. So this didn't work before, so let's try starting it. Ta-da! Alright, so that generator we started seemed to trigger this, and look at the shape. We said that the thing that was powered was a snake-like shape, a coil, and look at it, it's very swirly, so it would make sense that that symbol represented this thing right here. So now we can go down here. Alright, and we get a better view of this cord that goes way over there. Ooh, and a better view of this dinosaur-looking structure here. This, kind of looks like a spine vertebrae. Ooh. I like these. I love these canyons. I wonder if this is actually modeled off the Grand Canyon. It definitely has that coloring. Alright, so here's a lever. Let's hit it. Oh. Alright, so we can open that now. So it seems like somehow we have to trigger that little airship thing, or whatever that is, through here and to get to something over there. But we need to maybe get that thing started, or, you know, get it, we have to maybe even be in it. How are we gonna be in it and hit the lever at the same time? I don't know. Maybe there's a way we can keep it open or something, but I don't see anything else over here we can do. So, well, that didn't progress us much, but we did learn something, so I'll take it. Let's hit the lever again. Alright. Now, there was other equipment further this way. I'm gonna double check. Is there anything else over here? Not that I see. But I'm gonna check if there's anything further this way to check out. And there was equipment over here that also did not work, so maybe... Oh, music got all crazy. Does this work? Oh, wait. No, it does not. What if I... Oh, this stuff still doesn't work. Alright. Clearly we don't have everything working over here yet. What does this do? Wait. Oh, I didn't notice this last time. You can go up here. What's up here? Oh. Something scary? What is that? These are stairs? Oh, okay, that goes back to where we came from. Alright. So over here? Oh! More pages for our collection. Alright. This looks like it leaves off kind of in the middle of the journal. So, this is not the first one like we just found. Let's see. I'll read it to you. The cavern wall is almost ready. For weeks I have been polishing it, rubbing away at the cracks to obtain a smooth surface. I haven't been able to sleep much these last weeks. I was afraid I might never wake up. But if I can make him see all that happened, if I can show him the pain his family caused, it will be worth it. Tomorrow, I begin mixing the paints. Alright, and this actually is, the one we had before. A smooth surface on the wall to show us the Atris and his family something. Alright. Well, so far we haven't run into anything like that, so I don't know. But let's try getting into this thing. Wow, that was cool. Roly-poly. Ooh, okay, so this takes us back into the big room. Or, not room. This isn't a room, this is a... This is a canyon, I should say. But, cool. We're up on the thing that looked like a spine and a vertebrae now. Oh my gosh, and we're walking across this? I know I've said this already, but this is such a dangerous thing. Ah! We're really high now. That would kill us right there. We'd be dead. So deadsy. Wow. See, they can see the spiral thing we were in just there. Cool. Alright. Walking across like a tightrope. We do have these things right here to grab onto if we're worried, but this area doesn't have much. Oh my gosh. Oh, we could be holding on to this, I guess. Ooh. Ugh. I'd be afraid of falling off that, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not afraid of heights per se, but I'm afraid of falling to my death. Alright, so this doesn't take us really anywhere, does it? No. What's this? Ooh, a secret passage. I approve. Ooh. That's pretty scary. Don't close behind me, okay? Hey! What did I just tell you? How rude. Ooh. It's dark. Okay, that's the thing we can... Okay, I can't open that, but it looks like I can open this thing over here. Open, please. Alright, guys. Hopefully there's no one in here. Let's get out our semi-automatic and jump in. No. Okay. We're in a room. Oh. With actual gears. I kept calling the water wheel gear last episode. It drove me crazy when I watched it back. Sometimes you have moments where you're like, why did I do that? Why? Alright. There's another thing. There's a door. Oh, hey, I recognize this passage. This is the door that we couldn't get in before. Now we can. And we shouldn't have to go through that long way every time. So that's a relief. Alright. Well, this seems like a really good spot to leave off. It looks like we have some crazy things to try and some gears to pull and I don't know. So anyway, we'll check it out next time. I'll see you guys then.